You wake up in a sack filled with mysterious liquids. You're completely alone and naked, but the fluids are keeping you company. You try to breathe, but no luck. You might be drowning here. You don't fear or panic, you just get angry. So you punch. Your hand made it through. There's a whole world out there for you to explore. But something grabs you hard. It's trying to help, or maybe just trying to eat you. Either way, you pull. Whatever it was, it's dead. And its warm blood has softened the ground for you. How nice. A couple of punches later, you make it outside, covered in guts, blood, and bile. No one is here to greet you, like a birthday boy with no friends. Except it is your birthday, and you have no friends. As you look down at your body, you see that you're already an adult. There's no need to learn how to walk or talk. You can already do these things. And you're thinking about doing more things. Violent things. You must be a superior life form. Definitely more intelligent than that squig on the ground. Squig. You know what it is. And you know that it's delicious. After filling your belly, you use its hide to cover yourself. It's not much of a fashion statement, but it will keep you warm. Then you start wandering about this new world. Until you end up at something that looks like home? As soon as you arrive at its gates, you see figures that look quite similar to you, but with more pizzazz in their choice of clothing. They eye you up and open the gates. One of them walks out to meet you, but before he says anything, you headbutt him. He laughs, then proceeds to give you a beating. If you're lucky, this will be one of many to come. You see, orcs are a violent bunch. The smallest argument could lead to death. But this orc seems to like you. Maybe the way you headbutted him reminded him of his youth. Or he adores your rustic attire. Either way, he walks away before killing you. After that, they take you in. You heal up and make yourself useful. Eventually, they make you a trooper. Now you get your own rusty helmet, a trusty chopper, and a tasty meal each day. You also join one of the mobs and go out raiding, chopping up orcs from other clans. More than once. In one of these raids, you get your hands on a slugger, and now you're blasting and chopping away. With every fight, you grow a little bigger and a lot stronger. Soon, that helmet won't fit you anymore. After every raid, you went home and learned about new things from your fellow troopers. Things like the different clans. You joined up with the Goths, the biggest and the baddest of the orcs. The evil sons are the fastest orcs, because they paint everything red, of course. The snakebites are a bunch of snake-loving weirdos. The death skulls are the luckiest orcs, because they paint everything blue, of course. The blood axes are just a bunch of pretentious cowards. And the bad moons are the richest orcs, because their teeth grow fast, of course. You also learn about the gods, Mork and Gork. One is brutally cunning, while the other is cunningly brutal. But you're not quite sure what the difference is. You also learn about the universe, and the millions of other worlds filled with creatures to fight against. Most orcs would be happy with living on your planet, but you want to go to these worlds and fight against these mythical life forms. You go to your chief to ask more about these wonderful things you've learned, and get bonked on the head for being weird. Guess that helmet came in handy after all. You decide to question him another day. And a couple bonks later, the chief finally gives in and tells you about the other people in this galaxy. About the skinny, weak things with pointy ears and dumb hats. The massive lizards made out of crystals or something. And the worst of these creatures, Humies. They think if they believe in something, it must be true. Just like orcs do, only actually it works for orcs.
I'm a tank, I'm a tank, I'm a tank, I'm a tank, I'm a tank. I'm a tank.
They also put some of their people in big armored cans, turning them into beakies. But you'll never see any of these people, because your world is only populated by orcs. So, you decide to leave, gathering up as much teeth and loot you can get your hands on. Joining up with the freebooters. They're a clan of outcasts, but also for those who are looking for adventure. You start pirating your way through the galaxy, fighting all the magical creatures your chief had told you about, and getting stronger and bigger at the same time. Now you can't even wear your helmet anymore. One day, your captain tells you that the next fight will be against some beakies. Your mind salivates at the prospect of drenching your chopper with some beaky blood. This is the fight you've been aching for. Ever since you erupted out of your grow hole, you've been chasing this thrill. The boys around you start drinking themselves silly, cause there's no better way to prepare for a fight than gulping down some orc brew. The next day, you and the boys around you look a bit hungover, but some orcs just look like that all the time. The captain walks up and belches out a war cry. All of you charge toward the beaky fort. As you rush forward, your mind enters a state of rage you have felt many times before. This is going to be a good fight. In the distance, you see a row of little turrets rise from the walls. They'll net you a hefty sum once you pry them out and sell them to your local mech boy. And then your shoot arm is gone. No worries, you still got your trusty chopper and it's gone too. Well, you still got a good set of teeth to do some biting. Huh. Maybe you should have gotten yourself another helmet. Your life has ended. The beakies could end up surviving if they managed to kill the rest of the boys. But now that the orcs have made planetfall, their time is running out. As your lifeless body lays on the ground, spores are released that will end up growing the next generation of orcs. And one of these orcs will pick up where you left off. Some might find this life brutal and senseless, but for an orc, a proper fight is as important as water to a fish. If you're new here, subscribe. Videos like these take a long time to create, so hit that bell button as well to be the first one to catch the next one. To my regular viewers, I know this is a stark departure from the type of content that I usually make, but I had a blast making this, and I hope you had a blast watching this, because I'll be making more of these types of videos. Anyways, I think we made it up to 8 minutes now, so okay, bye!